Hello, this is Backstreet Nets again with a new tutorial, and this time we are going to just look at different things we can do to improve performance and just make it look everything look a bit nicer. But first, I'm going to show you an easier way of animating this camera. Because if you remembered, we had that animation where the square moved around a bit, and you know, if you remember that tutorial. Anyway, what I want to do is make the camera always look at the cube. Now, I could do just rotate it about every single time when it's animating, and it works sometimes, but in this case, that's not what I'm going to do. Instead, I'm going to select the camera, then Shift and right click to select the cube as well, and I'm going to press Control T. Track to constraint. Now, if I select the cube, move around wherever I want, as you can see, the camera follows it. Okay, so that would come in useful for some things, and you can tell that it worked because of that blue line there. If you can see it, I'm not sure whether you can. I can anyway, and that's the important thing. So undo all that. Now, next thing I want to show you is this: the user preferences. A couple of you might know this. Now, this is what allows you to change everything. It allows you to change the light, the colors, and loads of other things. For example, I'll just show you some things. I want you always have 3 light sources because it's the way photographers do things as well. And if I get rid of one, and there you go, it's gone. Same on here. If I move around, well, you never see the back, but the back is black, okay? And if I get rid of that one, that side's dark. If I get rid of that one, and that one, and oh yeah, you have to keep at least one on. I didn't actually know that. Anyway, just moving forward from an awkward moment when you don't know things and you're stuck in the middle of a tutorial. Compute device. This comes in useful if you got a good GPU, graphics card. If you got one that's very powerful and can run things like Battlefield 3 and Arkham City, I would use the GPU for this. What it does is it uses the graphics card to speed up your to render your images instead of the computer. If you got a better computer, like I do, I've got a crap computer and a crap graphics card, but my computer's still better. Then so I'd use my computer. This, I should keep this on anyway. This, what it does is, I'm actually not sure what it does, but it just improves performance when you come to sculpting and things like that, high resolution meshes. This is a way of, is the default folder it goes to when selecting all these things. So for example, fonts, just click on that button there. You would usually go to Windows, where is it? Fonts, and that's where all your fonts are. Okay, so accept, and there you go. Now, there are some other things too. Themes. This is where you can change the color of a lot of different things. In this case, user interface. How about this? I want to make all of those different buttons purple. There you go. And I want to make the selected ones pink. There you go. Pink and purple. I could set up a whole theme like this. Well, I don't know what that one does. What does that one do? Nothing too noticeable. Text. I can change the color. Make it white. There you go. Scene. It does a couple of things though. It doesn't do all the text. What text selected? Oh yeah, that doesn't do much either because you have to select the text. For example, if I open this and select that. No, that doesn't work either. Okay, never mind. This is the one I was talking about. Sorry. Change that to blue. No, that doesn't do anything either. Oh yeah, it does. Render and a couple of buttons. How many bloody buttons do they have to do? Why couldn't they just do it for one? That's it. Oh, this one has a couple. Change this to there. See all of those now. Box. Which one? What does that do? I need to go through this a bit more. But there's loads of different things you can do. You can change the color of pretty much anything. Here are some presets. This one I love. And look how sexy that is. Open this back up. Then there's also Blender 2.4x. If you remember, if any of you have seen Blender 2.49, 8, 7, 6, so on, it looks like this. Well, they're the colors it uses anyway. If you use Maya, you'd probably use this one. No, not that one. That one I don't know. You can use it. Sorry, this one. No, that one, not either. Maybe it was that one. Oh, this one. Yeah, so it's the first one I said it was. This one. That depends on you though. Again, I like black. I think that one's so cool. Anyway, moving on. I'll just make a lighter, actually, just so you can see if you got a dark screen or something. That's too light. Don't like it when it's too light. Yeah, that one's nice. Okay. Now, add-ons. This is brilliant. There's so many bloody add-ons. Most of them are really useful. Add mesh. Loads of add meshes. Pipe joints. Just show you a couple. Bolt factory. Haven't seen that one yet. ANT landscape. Haven't used much of it, but I know it does. It adds a landscape primitive. It just adds a basic landscape thing. And there's loads of import-export things. If you're doing DirectX or AutoCAD. Camera animation. That comes in useful too. Me, I tend to use this one a lot. The Unreal Engine format. And this one again. If you know make human, you probably use this one. But anyway, yeah, there's loads of them. There's loop tools. They come in very useful. I'll show you a couple of these afterwards. Fracture tools. That is not very good for people who don't have a very good computer. But it just breaks up an object as if, you know, breaks the object into different shards or blocks. Okay, so there's loads of different ones. Input. This is good for a couple of things. Mainly they're hotkeys and things like that. For example, I can select this to left, and then I left click on the object instead of right clicking. Right clicking is the moves the cursor, and left clicking doesn't. Left clicking selects things. I'm just used to right clicking, so I'm going to keep it on right click. You can decide how long it is before a double click doesn't count. There's loads of different things here. Turntable, I haven't seen that one yet. and you got all your different hotkeys, loads of them. I think you got like at least 1,000 in total, not more, probably more. Okay, editing. Now, you got the auto keyframing and all of that. That one makes it auto keyframing, so it always on. However, I don't want that. I want it to be able to turn on. F curve. Visible. Never mind. Forget about that. Align to. I don't know most of the stuff from F curve. Oh, global undo. Steps 32. That's terrible. Change that to 5,000. No, that's gonna ruin the computer. 100. Now I can press Control Z 100 times and it still work. Large cursors. I don't know what that does. Yeah, that's most of it really. So you got all these different things you can do. Last thing I want to show you is if you press F12, you got a nice little cube. But I want to change the background color. Very, very, very simple. Just go to World, Horizon, and I want to make it lighter. I'm going to make it blue. Blend. That looks nice. And then Real. I'll just show you blend first. As you can see, there's some small bit of variation here. What blend does is, if you look up at the sky, it's darker up and it's lower down. It's lighter down, just like there's with most things. Indirect lighting. I'll show you different things like that quickly. This one is really cool too. I'm just going to press Shift A, cursor to center, Shift A, and I'm going to add a plane. Move it down to there, and scale it up 10. Select the cube. I'm going to go to Material, Emission. Make that 3, and change the color to nice yellow. Is there anything else? No, that should do it. Now, I'm just gonna change the settings back to black. Get rid of blend. Select that light. Delete it. Now look at the magic happen. Some magic, huh? I forgot to turn on indirect lighting. I usually use approximate. Now. Okay. Try again. And there you go. It's a cube that lights up. Now, one thing I would do is first select fall off. If I render that again, there isn't too much difference actually. I don't think there even is any difference. Most of the stuff is for other stuff, environmental lighting and ambient occlusion. But one thing I want to do is first select that, scale it up another 10 so it's 100. And now if you press F12, goes out quite a bit. I want to make it less emissive. That's what you call it. I'm going to make, no, not constraints. I'm going to make it 1.5 F12. It's still a bit, it's better. The line's all the way up here before. Now it's closer. I'll make it, in fact I'll make it 0.5 again. So there, it's already darkened a bit, so keep it at 1. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Now, you can also change the settings to make it shadeless. So in that case, it doesn't make any difference because it's already got emission on. But transparency alpha, set that down a bit. If you got any experience with GIMP, you'd know what alpha is. Alpha is the opacity. And there you can see the bottom of the cube. You can't, if I just escape from that, create Susan. That's what they call the monkey, by the way. Susan. And move her line scalar down. There we go. Now, sorry, not F11, F12. Make that alpha lower even. You should be able to see the monkey now. Yeah, you do. Slightly see it. Make it even lower. Hey, you can definitely see the monkey. Okay, Susan. And there's loads of other things you can do. You can make it mirror. Subsurface scattering. You don't need to worry about that if you are using cycles render. But in this case, what it does is it makes it so that the light goes through it, and so you can see on the other side. And it works for some things. Most game engines these days use subsurface scattering. It can also make objects look waxy. So if you want to use it on skin, it would work very well. Otherwise, it wouldn't work that well at all. And modifiers. I'll show you a few modifiers here. Now, one thing I want to do is tab. It's like the whole thing. W. Subdivide smooth. Number cuts. What's wrong with this cube? Oh, now it should work. There it works. Okay, now add a modifier. First one I want to show you is build. Look at this. That worked brilliantly. Press tab. Now it should work. Just builds up. Comes in useful if you want to create some thing where the guy suddenly forms out of nowhere. It would look very cool. Or if you're digitizing him, you're making a thing about like Tron or something. Multi-resolution works mostly like a subsurf modifier. Only this one, if we go to sculpt mode, it works. Select, grab. You can actually do things on it. Or one sec. And what's a good one to use? Blob. Crease is nice too. And you can't do it on that level of subdivision. There you go. Now it looks better. Now you can easily see the line. If I want to, I can do this. Oh, that's too big. There we go. There's loads of different things. I will be doing quite a few tutorials on sculpting in the foreseeable future. I don't particularly like that word. Reminds me of a book I've read. Boy in Striped Pajamas. Weird book. It's good though. It was good. Lights of blue, that's cool. Okay, and the final thing I want to show you before we finish off is some of the different first I'm going to show you one more, which is the remesh. Where is it? Remesh. This one is cool. Sharp. This has to be more subdivided than that. There we go. Now, if you notice, there's a couple of edges that are really weird. That's because it's sharp. Smooth. There, it looks better, but you can see the geometry is completely messed up. One sec. There, doesn't help at all. Anyway, you can see it's quite messed up. This one everyone loves because they reminds me of Minecraft. Yeah. I have never played Minecraft. I never plan to play Minecraft. Because I actually hate Minecraft. It's not that it has anything against me, it's just I just hate it. Anyway. Now, the final thing I want to show you is this. Landscape. Remember the ANT landscape thing that I had shown you? There it is. That's your basic landscape. Subdivisions. You change, and mesh size you can also change as well. Make it 3. But then the more you do it, the more it turns out. And then you change it to a circle. That just makes a big meatball. I haven't seen. I might do some tutorials on meatballing as well. Just show you an example of meatball. Tab, just like that. the I haven't used it much though. Create weird shapes with this. Also, another thing I want to show you is this. I'll show you that vein because it's really weird. Can't get out of it. I need to learn how to be able to change some things, but anyway, just delete that. Now, almost done. Tab. Shift A. Then you got the pipe joints, pipe elbow. That's a smooth and it looks quite nice. You got bolt. Oh, that's funny. Nut. There you go. You got the nut fit into the bolt. That's cool. I actually have never seen that before. I need to have a good look through all of these. Another one, pipe joints, is the cross joint. You can guess what that was going to be. The T joint is like a T basically coming to a T junction. Y joint is like if you look at the blades of a fan where there's 3 blades, you know what I mean. It works out like a thing. You know what I'm talking about. Here you can change the units. Metric. None. Now it's cm and kilometers. And imperial. Really weird imperial. Why do they even bother using that these days? UDK uses imperial, the game engine. Very annoying. Very annoying. What is good is that 16 exactly 16 units of blender equals 1 foot in UDK. Anyway, so to finish off this tutorial, I am going to press Shift A, edit monkey, bring him up, bring her up, sorry, W, subdivide smooth, 3 times, okay, set it to smooth, and then build. Thank you for watching. I love that.